Hello and welcome to the 2024 ARWS British Grand Prix from the Jurby Airfield on the Isle of Man. On pole, again, for the 9th race in a row, it's Emma Kickert. Can she win this time from pole? She's still not done it this season so far. Alongside her, it's the second place man in the championship, Nicolas, for Holiday, looking to make up for that very unfortunate retirement while he was on his way to what would have surely been a dominant victory in Imola. He does have a grid position advantage over Takuma Taki, but anything can happen in ARWS, and it usually does. On the second row of the grid, it's Marco Jancher for Euromotor, looking to follow up from a spectacular second place finish last time out.
Spectacular, visually spectacular as well.
Yes, visually spectacular. His engine was literally blowing up as he crossed the line, reminiscent of max speed from all those years ago in Daiwa. Alongside Jancher, it's Edvard Holm for Simpson. Of course, the winner last time out in Imola, and starting to get a little bit of a championship challenge together is Holm. We'll see if he can continue that momentum here. We've got Fina Watson and Takuma Taki for March 16 and Racing Point on row 3. Taki, of course, our championship leader, weathered quite the storm of ill luck at Imola to come through with a podium, and in fact wound up extending his championship lead. We'll see if he can continue to build on that and take control of the championship here. Magda Servansky will start 7th next to Bradley Dagnall, the winner from the Norris Ring, of course, now returned from his one race of ban for the very scary incident which sent Aurora Summers flying into the wall at Loudon. On row 5, we've got Amy Gauthier for Racing Point and Humbert Moyen-Moutier for Holiday. And starting 11th is Václav Malsyz, whose championship challenge took a little bit of a hit last time out in Imola with the early retirement. He'll be hoping that that doesn't happen this time, because I don't, given the relative pace disparity between his car and of course those of Taki and Nicolas, he can't really afford any more ill reliability. Alongside Malsyz, it's Anavozu, who's secured back-to-back top 5 finishes. We'll see if she can continue her strong form here. We've got Kalon and Diego Alvarez Torrente on the 7th row of the grid. On row 8, it's Andrei Kremnitsky for Checkmate and Akio Yamamura for Adriatica. And then it's Nathaniel Cameron and Pierre Saint-Laurent on the 9th row of the grid, starting 17th and 18th. And then leading up the I4 stroke V8 contingent, it's Alberto Cara for Yonglong. Cara has an outside shot at the championship at this stage in the season, but it did take a little bit of a hit with the last lap retirement in Imola. This is actually the first mechanical failure on a Yonglong so far this season. Ben Fleet will be starting 20th for Foxdale, just ahead of his teammate Martin McFry, who has finished 13th or better in every race so far this season, which doesn't sound that great, but when you realize he's actually finished every race and is now sitting 4th in the championship, you're starting to get an idea that he might be able to sneak in and steal this championship the way that Philippe Nicolas was able to win it in 2023, of course. Alongside McFry, it's Naoki Shinjo for Mecha. with the second mecha of Malsyz starting 23rd, alongside Aurora Summers for Peak. And then on the final row of the grid, it's the returning Fu En for Yangguang and Carmen Alvarez Torrente for Peak. And with that, the start of the race is just moments away. Alright, engines are fired here at Jurby. Just waiting for the lights to come out now. And it's green, and it's a good start for Nicolas. He gets a great launch, but an even better launch for Edvard Holm. He tries to go around the outside, and Edvard Holm will take the lead on the first corner. Great start for the Dane into the lead from Nicolas. Jancher in third, Taki in fourth.
Very poor start for Kickert.
Absolutely atrocious start for Kickert. She is not going to be winning a race starting races like that. She's down to 5th with Watson in 6th. Amy Gauthier a good start up to 7th. Daggles 8th. Magda Servansky in 9th and Hubert Moyemudier 10th. Just looking a bit back through the grid, and yes, we've got damage. Oh no, it's Ben Fleet. This is, of course, Foxdale's home race. They're based, of course, on the Isle of Man, and already some early issues for Ben Fleet. He's lost the main plate of the rear wing, and he'll have to pit to get that repaired. Getting swarmed by the rest of the field there. Naoki Shinjo had to back off significantly, and but fortunately no further issues. It seems is home now under significant pressure in these early stages from Nicolas. Jancher also gapping Takuma Taki a little bit, it looks like. And of course, Nicolas there with the fastest lap, and very quickly makes the move to take the lead. So that's Nicolas up into the lead very quickly here in the opening stages of the British Grand Prix. Ben Fleet rejoining the race. That's delayed Takuma Taki a little bit. I don't imagine that William Storey will be too pleased about that, as Fleet is just holding up all these leading cars. It's not his fault, of course. It's just the circumstances and the relative pace disparity between his car and these much more powerful i3 engines. Okay, further back in the grid, we've got Václav Malish leading the W12s from Lon and Vozu. Good start for Saint Laurent. He's up to 15th. Malik Zidane is actually pulled ahead of Nathaniel Cameron on the start, so not sure what happened to Cameron, but that's not ideal for the Brit. But up front, it is Philippe Nicolas doing exactly what he needs to retake the advantage in the championship fight. Taki seems to be under pressure a little bit from Kickert here in these opening stages. Kickert desperately wants to get past the racing point here and put herself in a position to maybe actually convert one of her pulls into a win. Not like that she won't, because Taki easily able to close off the overtaking attempt into the Snuffles corner.
Should be noted that the Racing Points are racing with slightly less sponsorship this time out, because British American Tobacco has pulled out from sponsoring the outgoing team.
Indeed. This, of course, is a consequence of the continual disreputable statements and actions of team owner William Storey, who's in so doing has already managed to get his team banished from the championship at the end of the season. So
he has most recently proclaimed that the championship battle is already over, however.
I'm not certain I would agree with that statement.
A lot of the paddock.
Indeed. Nicolas already stretched away to a 2-second advantage over home. Taki now 5 seconds off the leading Holiday here, as we're seeing the field continue to find their way past the recovering Ben Fleet. Oh no, yes, Andrei Kravnitsky! He's gone off at the bus stop chicane and smashed the rear against the barrier there. I think that's it for his race.
That's him done. He's climbing out of the car.
And Andrei Kravnitsky is out of the race. And that is it's moves like that which is and Kicker again very harshly
almost a carbon copy
twice.
of a move. Almost a carbon copy of a move from a few laps ago.
Yeah. But yeah, for Kravnitsky, they crashes like that are exactly the sort of moves that have got him on the hot seat, so to speak, at Checkmate, and it's why he got benched for Kaspar Baranek at the Columbia River Grand Prix. Kicker with a great run out of turn 1 here. Can she actually pull off the move? Can she get alongside the racing point?
Nope.
No, is the answer for that question. She should probably try to make the move down the pit straight, if I'm being honest with you, but maybe she'll eventually get that figured out. Watson is also right on the back of these two here.
Well, honestly, Kravnitsky's not really helping himself, is he? Maybe we can even see Yuri Komar in the car this season. Kravnitsky's not really doing well compared to his teammate, who's in his second year and is third in the championship. And here's Kickert, still hasn't won a race, traded podiums and DNFs this season.
Indeed. Kravnitsky's pace has been good. He picked up a couple of very solid results since his return, but yeah, it's crashes and just generally wild driving like that, which has plagued him throughout his career, basically, up to this point, and it doesn't look, now that he's got a young hotshot teammate, and he's not the newest thing in the paddock anymore, he's very much turning into a what have you done for me lately, basically. As for the pit strategies in this race, we're expecting a 2 or 3 stop strategy in this race. Pit window for the 3 stop should open up about lap 22, and for the 2 stop it will open up about lap 28. Most teams we're expecting to do the 2 stop here, though, as Kicker continues to try and hound Taki to try and find a way past the racing point, but it's just not on. Taki's been very adept at placing his car just where he needs to, as we've got a car smoking. It's Malik Zidane, and the Mugen Honda has given up on the Mecha. And so after a little bit of a run of reliability for Zidane in the last few races, that's the reliability woes on the second Mecha continue to plague him.
Well, Mecha's still showing that they can only work on one car properly since the end of last season. Now Kishinjo's still in the race. He's usually had the better reliability. If you remember at the end of last season, where is Tomo Kazuma in the other Mecha had like 4 DNFs in a row.
Ooh, Cameron there got it all out of shape at the final corner there. Is he under pressure from McFry, or is that? Yeah, that must have been. No, that's Ben Fleet. He's just lapped, rather. But not a great start from Nathaniel Cameron. He's running at the tail of the W12s at the minute, and already 3 seconds behind his teammate, which is not ideal. Up front, though, we've got Philippe Nicolas now with a near 5-second advantage over Holm and Jancher as they are starting to negotiate lap traffic. Takuma Taki now 11.5 seconds, and there's a little bit of a train forming up behind Taki here with Kickert, Watson, and Gauthier all queuing up behind the championship leader.
It must be said Taki is defending very tenaciously indeed. It's almost as if he wishes to prove his boss right on his title claims.
Indeed.
Well,
it's something that's been that I've noted quite a lot this season, is that Taki's defensive prowess is probably unmatched amongst the fields. In terms of like defending his position, he's probably the most difficult driver to overtake in ARWS currently. Which is a bit of a boon for the likes of Nicolas, Holm, and Jancher, who are currently running ahead of Taki on the track and are able to use the squabbling between himself and Kickert to extend their advantage over the rest of the field. Now we've got Taki negotiating lap traffic. That's opened the door a little bit there to Emma Kickert, but not able to take advantage of that was the Dutch woman. It has held up Final Watson and Amy Gauthier a little bit, though, trying to get around the peak of Aurora Summers here.
Kickert is... For a moment, Kickert seemed to have fallen back a bit with that lap traffic, but that seems to have sorted itself out.
This could be interesting. Taki trying the outside of the Yangwang there. Kickert looked... She wanted to take it free wide, but had to back out as Amy Gauthier is making a very early pit stop. Is there an issue for the Racing Point? Indeed there is. It's an electrical issue for Amy Gauthier, so that's... yet again, more reliability woes on the second Racing Point.
I'd be glad to nip that one in the bud, though, before the problem worsens.
Yeah, and this is vital for very late block there by Taki, but this is very vital for Racing Point to keep their slim, well, not that slim, but like relatively slim Constructors' Championship hopes alive. Of course, if they're going to be out of the, oh dear, that's a problem.
Stravinsky.
But yeah, Racing Point would want to keep their Constructors' Championship hopes alive by having Gauthier get a good haul of points here. But a team that won't be getting such a good haul of points is March 16, as Cervansky's race will be very shortly over.
Toto Wolff looks disappointed on the pit wall as he watches his team's car go by.
Indeed.
It's a pretty substantial problem on the number 18 car.
One team that isn't looking particularly displeased, in fact, they're looking absolutely ecstatic, is the Holidays. Rudy and Nick Holiday, who run the team, are very happy to watch Philippe Nicolas just sort of walk away with the lead in these early stages. Should be looking at the pit window for the free stops opening up soon, so we'll know if this is a bit of a low fuel run by Nicolas, or if this is just genuine pace on the two-stop strategy.
Was that smoke I saw up ahead? Oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's just the same.
Sirvansky.
Yeah.
Again, she's just trying to complete as many laps as she can and hope somebody further down the field also drops out. But that's all she wrote for the Ford EcoBoost in the back of that car. And Magda Sirvansky, once again, is out. And they're able to recover that car quite quickly as, oh my goodness, that's Humbert Moyamoudier! What has happened to the holiday? Oh my goodness!
Geez, that's horrendous.
That kind of reminds me of the incident that Moyamoudier himself caused at the Norris ring. If it was him,
No, that was Sirvansky and James Wilmington, but it was with a peak. Oh, he just drove straight to the back of that car. I'm not entirely sure what Humbert was thinking, but that car is done. There's no getting that car.
It's very done.
I think immediate medical attention might be warranted upon the sight of such an accident.
Oh, that's a big impact.
I think he should be all right.
I don't know. This is the Isle of Man. Well, let's not speculate. Let's find out after race whether Moyamoudier is okay. But this was a hefty hit. Look at this. Look, 5 feet in the air, maybe. And it's not moving the steering wheel.
Well, there's nothing to move.
Let's see.
The car is completely trashed.
Well, let's see after race.
trying to
What's
get
that car left other than the survival cell?
Yeah, Oh my goodness! And just as Humbert Moyamoudier is out of the race, his teammate's engine has caught fire! And that's it for Nicolas!
Friends watching this race, a reminder, the commentator called the holiday team ecstatic about 2 laps ago. Now one has a split car in half, the other has an engine failure.
And that will hand the lead to Edvard Holm. Looking for his 3rd win of the season now is Holm, as we've got K1 in the pits.
Takuma Taki is now also on the up into a podium spot.
Indeed, that is what Storey would want to be seeing, and that's also what Storey would want to be seeing is his 2nd car getting around Pierre Saint-Laurent. Although, given that he's repeatedly called Gauthier irrelevant, maybe he's not so interested in that.
Well, more accurately, it was one alleged comment that Storey made, but the rumours still nevertheless persist of Racing Point's favouritism towards Mr. Taki.
We've got Václav Malsyz in the pit, so Checkmate here trying an ambitious free-stop strategy on their league championship contender. We'll see exactly how that plays out, but you should come out actually in quite a bit of traffic here.
Well, that is only a quarter of the way into the race at Jurby Airfield, and this is looking and shaping out to be an absolute classic here at the Isle of Man, as Jansscher's trying to get close to home through lap traffic on lap 25.
Yeah, Jansscher's really been taking advantage of this lap traffic of the last couple of laps. He's really closed in on home, and it's looking like it could be a real close fight between these two for the win here. They've opened up a 8-second advantage over Takuma Taki as we've got Diego Alvarez Torrente pitting for Jones. Kicker continuing to hound Taki for the 3rd position here. Still not able to find a way past the Racing Point though. Oh, yeah, it's just a bit of a tricky braking section there. If you're offline entering the Stuffles corner there, just enter it.
She's just not quick enough to close the distance.
Yeah. She's not far. She's just not far enough alongside the racing point there to really make an issue out of it, and Taki can just sort of
a few kilometers an hour faster, and she probably could, but she can't.
Yeah, Taki can just drive into the corner a little harder, and that seems to be enabling him to hold the position over our pole sitter Emma Kickert.
Kicker, of course, has recently come under some criticism for driverability. One prominent commentator suggested that she only exists as a diversity hire, though some may dispute that claim, but still the doubts remain.
Here's Kaelon in 13th place. Quite a ways behind his teammate, actually.
Well, he's pitted, is the issue.
That explains it.
Yeah, he's on the free stop. It looks like it's just really Malsyz and Kaelon on the free stop at this stage. Possibly also Amy Gauthier here. I'm not sure if Racing Point have adjusted her strategy to take into account the early technical issues that she had to bid for. Oh my goodness, Nathaniel Cameron! What was that?
Oh. Let's see.
That is Takuma Taki taking off the rear wing of Nathaniel Cameron! And that has gifted third place to Emma Kickert.
That could have ended so much worse for Cameron and also for Taki, because
this is not the way you want to be driving when you're defending a championship lead.
I honestly saw Cameron spinning. Oh, he was lucky to save that car. Well, good car control, but that's gonna cost the stop.
Absolutely, and I think that might actually cause some consternation among the stewards. We'll have to see if they have anything to say on the matter after the race.
Of course, good news for Václav Malsyz. Of course, the Checkmates have recently announced a partnership with Skoda for the new season when 2025. As you can see, some sponsor logos on the car. He passes the stricken Jones as Kickert pits from the podium place. So first of 2 pit stops today. And there's Cameron. Well, Kickert definitely did not run over some of the mechanics. That's just your imagination.
Oh no, that's Aurora Summers who's gone off at the first corner.
Oh, Yamamura's
off with transmission failure.
Very chaotic race. So, ooh.
No, that was just, sorry, that was,
There's just Yamamura.
Just Yamamura, yes. As Marco Jancher has just taken the lead. What? See if I can find Jancher on the track.
I think it must have been lap traffic?
Yeah, I think Home might be pitting here. No, in fact he's not. This is Jancher getting a great tow down the main straight, and Marco Jancher is taking the lead.
Wait, but has he overtaken on the yellows?
I think the ARWS rules are a little bit more lax on that. And no, he was... The yellow flags don't seem to have me out. I'm not sure what you were talking about there, Dom. There were never any yellow flags at the first corner.
I saw the people there waving the flags. How dare they? Anyway, Jancher leads. A tough season for Euromotor. They do have a win in 2024, but not much. In fact, in the first 5 races of the season, that was their only finish. They've since added 2 podiums, but reliability is still hounding the team, which is by far in last place. 80 points behind Mecca, almost, which is second last place in the championship.
Also, in amidst all the action on track, Takuma Taki has, regained third place after Kicker pitted and then lost it to Final Watson. So Watson's gotten around the championship leader.
Yes, Final Watson having a very good race for himself. Can Edward Holm get anything, any response, any answer to Jancher's overtake?
I'm not sure because Euromotor, we've seen this season, have an excellent car in a straight line. So, of course, with the layout of this track, very simple layout of long straights into overtaking zones, as we see Taki now make his way into the pits. It really does favor the setup of the Euromotor, and once they gain track position, it's very difficult to take it back, as Taki now rejoins the race behind. Oh, he's behind both Kicker and his teammate Amy Gauthier. As we've also now got Final Watson pitting to cover off Taki, so all the leaders are coming in now, it seems. Solid work from March 16. I think they might be able to jump Watson ahead of this little group here. Coming down the pit straight. No, that is Kicker going through into 4th place now. Watson in 5th and Gauthier 6th. With Taki down in 7th.
Interesting race so far and more lap traffic. It's going to be the flavor of the day in this very short circuit, only 40-second lap time, even shorter than the Norris Ring.
Indeed, this is another track that they're looking to make into a double header for the 2025 season, I believe. Home trying to find his way through this traffic. He got held up a little bit back there behind Torrente, as we've got Vozu in the pits now. That's a scheduled stop for Vozu. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's Fu Wen getting lapped by 2 cars at the same time, but they all managed to make it through without too much of a catastrophe.
So I think that was Jancher lapping. Jancher doing a bit of a... Ooh. Did he get both? No, he only got the Yangwang. Still needs to get the Bentley.
But that does put Fu Wen in between himself and Edvard Holm, which is very critical for Marco Jancher as he tries to take that first win of his career. We've got Ben Fleets in the
Holmes had a bit of a mess of that overtake.
Yeah, Holm here trying to
any contact?
Force his way to the inside, but he was just being very tentative around when and then it pits. So that's Edvard Holm into the pits now from 2nd place. We'll see if the earlier stop from Simpson can jump him back into the lead of this race. Both of the Euromotors still yet to pit as Bradley Dagnall goes through into 2nd place. Holm now rejoins a comfortable gap ahead of Emma Kicker, who's now coming into the pits again with an electrical issue. So it's more troubles for Emma Kicker.
Seems like Emma Kicker's not going to get a win today either.
It certainly doesn't look that way at this stage of the race.
Well, her last race was the DNF, so naturally she's probably going to get a podium, but that's... we still have to wait and see for that. But Kicker's back in 8th position, behind Malsyz even. So she's lapped down.
Not too far behind the checkmate. She should be able to at least get back up into 7th before too long as we've got Marco Jančar into the pits. Race leader, Marco Jančar in the pits.
So let's see where he comes out relative to home. This could be...
Home coming around the final corner now.
This could be a very important comparison. Let's see where someone else is coming into the
that's
pit.
Bradley Dagnall. There goes Kicker, and it's going to be very close. It's very close. Edvard Holm, I don't think he can get it quite. Big block there by Jančar. So that Jančar holds on to the lead, but can he fend off Edvard Holm with these cold tires? Holm looking to the outside, entering the bus stop chicane. That's not where you want to be making your move. There's a little bit of a gap between the cars as they round the final corner and get back onto the main straightaway. I think Jančar's done enough. As you can see him stretching away, the Euromotor is just so quick out of the corners here. I don't think there's anything Holm can do. So Jančar will hold on to the lead after the first set of pit stops here.
Holm trying to use his experience, but Jančar keeps the lead for now on lap 40. The gap to Watson is about 8 seconds.
Gauthier now
pit
up into 4th. It looks like she's been converted onto effectively the free stop strategy. She's going past the typical 2-stop window. So it looks like she was planned to be on the free stop from the start. So we'll see exactly how that pans out for her in this race, but she's currently running ahead of Takuma Taki and looking to prove that she belongs there. Of course, the extra pit stop means that eventually... Oh my goodness! Takuma Taki has spun!
Oh, why... Oh god, okay.
And it's right in front of Aurora Summers, who just has nowhere to go. She really wants to get Takuma Taki out of her way because... she's in her own race, but
they're stuck in each other.
This is just delaying both of them much more than need be.
Let's check the replay. Let's check the replay because too late.
Sorry, yeah, it's a little bit too late for that. But I think Taki just got on the grass there. Went a bit too wide entering turn 1 and just lost control. Now he's having to wait for the field to pass him by.
Oh, that is horrible news for Taki, who lost this car in the... Oh, it's turn 2, actually. He lost it in turn 2 and is on the grass waiting for... Well, he can get there now.
There's a problem for Bradley Dagnall. He's lost his front wing. I think he might have crashed into the back of this Bentley. We'll have a look here.
Oh, it doesn't feel...
he just... That was Pierre Saint Laurent there looking to dive out of the way, and they just got their wires crossed, and so that's a front wing lost for Bradley Dagnall here, so that's put a wrinkle into Euromotor's plans. Taki's gotten back going again, but he is now down in 9th place.
Somehow still ahead of Saint Laurent, even though he lost pretty much a whole lap. That's the power of the front runners cars. Skickard in 6th place. Holm is still half a second behind Jančar.
Yeah, I wonder if Kicker might be trying to play the team game here. You see, she's running just ahead of Jančar here. As we've got Bradley Dagnall back into the pits to replace that broken front wing, but. Can she back up Jančar enough to give Edvard Holm, her teammate, a shot at the lead? Retaking the lead here. Jančar trying to force his way through on the inside. Couldn't get it to stick on the inside. Holm held up a little bit behind Carmen Alvarez Torrente. So he'll need to catch back up a bit. This might give Jančar the opening he needs to lap Kickert here.
Well, a bit of a Jetstar sandwich there that Jančar is currently in.
Jančar having not close enough to really take a look to the inside of Kickert there entering turn 1.
I'm just hoping that Kicker doesn't do anything that directly influences the battle for the lead.
We got a battle here for 15th, as I think that's Shinjo just getting around Alberto Cara for that position. Is now we got Kalon sizing up Nathaniel Cameron for 12th, just ahead of the leaders here, and Lon takes the spot just as Kicker comes up to lap them, as Yontra's still trying to lap her. Again, Home just not able to catch these lap cars in the right spot to be able to maintain his attack on Yontra for the race lead.
Well, there's a bit of a gap between Holm and Yontra now.
As we've seen,
Malsyz
Malsyz for his second stop of the day.
He will rejoin probably around the tail end of the top 10.
Yeah, in 11th place.
Engine somewhere.
That is Fu-En! So the Yongwang engine has, after being so reliable for so long into this season, this is the second straight race where Yongwang has given up. And both times it's been the factory team, as we've seen Torrente here really put the pressure to Pierre Saint-Laurent for that 9th position. Malsyz just behind them, as Holmes still trying to find his way around Kalon and get back on terms with Marco Yontra for the race lead.
Information that Fu-En is out of the race with an engine failure just short of half distance. Yontra right behind Kicker again. Let's see if he's going to buy this time or just make a move now, because Holm is not directly behind him, so he has a bit of a room to breathe, but not too much.
Yeah, he's got a 2-second gap to work with here, and there's not really any. They've got a couple of laps before they get up to the W12s ahead of them, so we'll see if Yontra can get the move done here. He's got a good overspeed down the main straight, but it's just not close enough to make the move on Kicker. Ooh, there, Carmen Alvarez Torrente getting in the way of her brother a little bit there. That's given. Oh my goodness, that's in front home! He spun off from second place!
Oh, he's lost it at turn 1.
Just carried too much speed into turn 1.
He kind of forgot to brake, and that's very costly for the Jetstar driver, who's won twice. There's only 2 finishes this season. He's probably not going to win.
This gap in the traffic.
And ARWS is out as well.
Vosu also out of this race.
They're dropping like flies here, and Isle of Man, there's Voisu out from 9th place.
I think Home should try and get back on the track here. Well, Taki comes through, but that's just to unlap himself from Home.
Ooh.
There's somebody else.
Okay.
No, that is Vosu coming out of the races. We've also got Gautier's just pitted, and that allows Kicker Through up into 4th place. Not that far behind her teammate. So that's so that spin by Home has given Marco Yontra an 11.5-second advantage to work with over Final Watson. And so you've got Torrente just making his second pit stop. Shinjo's in as well. This race really looks very good at this halfway mark for Marco Yontra.
Almost dropped about half a minute in this whole ordeal. Still in 3rd place, but That's gonna cost him a lot still. Especially.
It very well might have cost him this race. It's debatable whether or not he would have ever actually managed to get that past Yoncher, but he certainly won't now that after that little spin, unless of course something unfortunate happens to Yoncher, which of course hopefully doesn't happen. Euromotor, I think, have had enough bad luck from one season.
Taki also recovering from his earlier spin in the top 8 in 7th place. That's still solid points, but he wants more, obviously.
Malsyz now sizing up Saint Laurent for 8th place. So he's gotten around... Oh yeah, he would have gotten past Torrente when Torrente pitted. This is again a great drive from Malsyz with the alternate strategy here, really making good use of the low fuel and fresher tires that he has, the advantage he has over Saint Laurent here, making trying to pick up as many points as he can to stay in this championship fight.
Indeed.
All over the back out of the second corner. Can he hold it on the inside through Snuffles? No. Saint Laurent closes him off.
I think he's going to wait until the start-finish straight.
Yeah, he's been able to hold very close to the back of that Bentley through the bus stop chicane. And final corner. Yeah, he's very close here. I think he might get it done this time.
Oh.
Oh no,
well,
he had to back off because Gautier's come through to lap the pair of them.
So this has been put on hold for now. But now Malsyz has a better run because Solara had to wait. He had to slow down a little. Ooh, that was very close.
Yeah, he was a little bit tentative, making the move to pull out, and that's allowed Saint Laurent to really to fend him off for now. I thought something might have. Yeah, that's Torrente's just gotten past for 12th place over Alberto Cara. So evidently Malsyz didn't get a good run out of the final corner that time. Can he get it this time? I don't know if he can.
Seems like he's a little too far back.
Yeah, just doesn't have quite the overspeed to be able to hold the car on the inside there at Snuffles.
Snuffles sounds like...
I mean, that is what the corner
what I would
is
name
called,
my
apparently.
cat. This is what I would name my cat.
Apparently that's the name of that corner. I don't know what to tell you. I'm looking at the track map right now. It says Snuffles on it right at that point on the track.
And here comes at Snuffles, such as at least Snuffles is not like a dangerous corner. That would be very ironic. Malsyz still trying to, without any success, make a move on the fellow Bentley engined Bentley Kahama. In fact, Kamaha is the name of the past.
Well, it's still Bentley Team Kahama. But Malsyz really wasn't making much, wasn't able to get much benefit from the slipstream there down the main straight.
Finally got a slipstream. He's pulled out a little too early.
Yeah, very difficult to make that move there. Oh, I think we've got a...
Oh, that's Torrente. That's the other Jones without the front rear wheel. And it's home this time. Oh, same thing
for both of the Joneses. They just couldn't get out of the way in time, and that has again meant that both of the Joneses are having to make extra pit stops to fix their rear wings.
That is a really odd deja vu going on today, but now it's the other Jones that's had this issue. I mean, clearly they are not really used to, especially not Torrente is not used to getting lapped by other people. The 2020 F1 World Champion. Ooh, that was
my goodness, that's
sketchy.
not ideal for Marco Janter. He's just been able to lap Emma Kickert, but that late move into the pits from Torrente has allowed Kickert to unlap herself. So now he has to do it all over again.
Well, with Holm out of the picture temporarily, I honestly feel like Janter shouldn't just. Janter should just try to pace himself. No need to push the car that much.
He's got a 12.5 second lead over Final Watson, so he does look good at this stage of the race. We're almost at the 2/3 mark now. Still seeing Vincent Malsyz try and make this move on Pierre Saint-Laurent. Our correspondent in the pits has informed us the Antares K Omicron chassis that Bentley are using is quite good in a straight line, which is making it a little bit more difficult for Malsyz than most other cars. So again, they seemingly went with the same design philosophy as Euromotor, and it's certainly working to their advantage in this race.
Definitely helping him hold off the checkmate.
Archer again trying to make the move on Kickert. Oh! Kickert runs a little wide there out of turn 2, and that's going to allow it Janter through. Is there an issue on Kickert's car? No, she just made a bit of a hash out of turn 2. Malsyz tries the crossover, but that's trying to go around the outside of somebody through Snuffles and into the bus stop chicane is not really an ideal way to make an overtake. Got Final Watson now pitting from second place, but he's going to need a little bit more than just an undercut to make this stick, as we've got Bradley Dagnall off.
Dagnall.
That's an engine failure. So once again, we're met with the both the Euromotors running well, and now one of them retires from the race. Watson returns to the race in third place, but Holm ahead of him still needs to pit again, so things still looking good for Marco Janter. He's now pulling away from Emma Kickert, no longer having to deal with the Simpson giving him grief. Oh, that's Edvard Holm, and his engine has given up too! Oh my goodness. What a familiar sight. Edvard Holm out of the race after another, well, mostly strong race except for that spin that he had.
Well, that also means that outside of his 2 wins, Holm has never finished an ARWS race below first place.
If you're not first, you're last, apparently, says Edvard Holm, as we've got Pierre Saint-Laurent now in the pits. Ooh, Diego versus Torrente trying to get around, unlap himself from his teammate here. I'm not entirely sure how he wound up a lap behind Cameron. No, actually, it would have been the rear wing issue. So he's had to make an extra pit stop and then had to drive around the whole
Cameron
track.
also had an issue, so I feel like maybe Torrente had to make an extra pit during this race.
I think, no.
Oh,
no, I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't.
He's
know
actually
what's
2 laps. He's actually 2 laps behind his teammate. Saint-Laurent's out. Loose wheel.
Oh no!
Another DNF.
See if we can find him here. Yeah, there he
Oh,
is.
that's going to make it easier for Malsyz.
Well, yeah, Malsyz has already gotten through, and Saint Laurent out of this race, so W12 reliability having its issues. Well, both the ARWS are out, and actually not much more than usual, to be fair.
Looked like a problem on the right rear, maybe a wheel bearing and come loose. But yeah, but definitely a shame for Saint Laurent. That puts Malsyz into 6th place. So the top 6 is Yancher, Watson, Kicker, Gauthier, Taki, and Malsyz, with 1/3 distance yet to be done, and Yancher pits for his hopefully final pit stop of the race.
I have to imagine that this is the final scheduled pit stop for Yancher, but he will have to wait for the young one of Alberto Cara to come into his pit, rather than risk an unsafe release. Not ideal for Euromotor, but again, they've got a good advantage over Final Watson in Mark 16 here, so they can afford to have that and still hold their advantage over Watson, who's only now just getting around turns 1 and 2. So Emma Kickert has moved up into 3rd, but is being chased here for that spot by Amy Gauthier, who must be fancying her chances at her first podium, despite her issues with the... No, she had a second at one of the Loudon races, did she not?
I'll find it. So, Gauthier... No, yeah, she was second at the second race. No, the first race, Loudon.
Yeah, looking for her second podium, I should say.
But in a non-oval race, her best result has been... She got a top 5 in both oval races, but outside of that, her best result was 4th at Monaco, and then just DNFs. I mean, she's 23rd in the championship. Definitely not where she wants to be.
We've got Kickert coming into the pit, so that moves Gauthier up into 3rd temporarily. She will still need to make her final pit stop soon, though. Imagine about 5 laps or so.
Indeed, 8.7 seconds for Kickert. McFry also comes in.
McFry having a very solid race in front of the team's home fans here in the Isle of Man. A lot of support for the Foxdale team, and although they've not really been as flashy as they've usually been in their history, the alternate team strategy of going for a very reliable car really is paying dividends after the initial reliability woes for Ben Fleet. Both McFry and Fleet now have been very solidly the best out of the V8s and the Yongwang powered cars. McFry's gotten a fair few top 10 results, and that's keeping him afloat in the championship fight for now.
As we saw McFry getting a lap by Gauthier, who had also just come out of pit lane, obviously. She's in 3rd place.
No, she hasn't pitted yet.
Oh, yeah.
She's a few laps away from
Kicker, sorry, yeah. Well, Gauthier does have to pull in some good laps to stay ahead of Kicker then, after her final pit stop.
Meanwhile, up front, it's really no change here. Yancher is still holding a 10-second advantage over Final Watson. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Just as I said that! Oh, you couldn't make it up. once again, reliability strikes Euromotor, and Marco Jancher, it was looking nailed on for him to win here at Jurby, but nope, the engine says no. Final Watson, you
lead?
take the lead.
Well, is Hildegard Shevchenko going to fire the commentator now? Because it may actually happen. Well, as we were praising Jancher, his engine let go, and that's another WDNF for your motor. So a promising weekend in tatters for the German squad. It's not going to boost their morale at all.
Takuma Taki with a very good pit stop by the Racing Point crew. They will get him back out in a very solid 5th position. Obviously not the result that he would have wanted out of this race, but he'll inherit 4th as he passes the stricken car of Jancher just now. And again, it's going to looks like it's going to be another race where, despite everything, Takuma Taki is padding his championship lead.
Indeed.
Although, I mean, Václav Malsyz is doing his best, running in 5th place, doing wonders on that free stop strategy. He should be due in relatively soon, so we'll see if he holds that position, but I think he should, because Slon's also on the free stop. So, fastest lap points aside, I'm not sure if Taki will get any in this race, but Malsyz is at least not taking damage, but he's certainly not taking, at the same time, he needs to take points out of Taki to really stay in the fight here.
It won't really happen unless Taki DNFs, because the Bentley cars, well, fairly quick. They don't really have a chance at getting any fastest lap points. Speak of the devil, he's in the pits from 5th place.
I believe that's also Kay Long coming into the pits behind him. Actually, no, that was Amy Gauthier making her final pit stop. Malsyz returns to the track in 6th place, but I believe Lon needs to pit again anyway, so... Indeed, Lon has been called into the pits for Bentley, so... This is looking good currently for a top 5 finish for Václav Malsyz.
I'm hearing reports that, according to one of my colleagues in the pit, Hildegard Shevchenko-Neumann disgustedly left the pit wall, shouting sport is dead," as she walked towards the garage. Definitely not happy about what had been going through, especially reliability-wise with Euromotor. And, well, sadly, possibly because the Jancher race win, so...
Meanwhile, Martin McFry makes an excellent move there on Alberto Carr. Nothing the Tropican driver could do to hold off the British veteran, and that is definitely giving the fans here at the Isle of Man something to cheer for as they watch their guy go through. And oh no! Takuma Taki's out of the race! Takuma Taki is out of the race. The championship leader is out of the race. This changes everything.
Left front puncture. And that is... Well, maybe that's what Malsyz needs.
That is exactly what Václav Malsyz needs. That's going to elevate him up into 4th position here. And with Taki out of the race, that should drop him back down to about 14th. So that would be about 20 points. Put a 20-point swing towards Malsyz. Again, not sure if Taki will get any fastest lap points here, so that might... Well, but even then, he doesn't have the fastest lap, so it's at most 10.
I don't think it's going to really matter that much for Malsyz, because the gap between him and Taki is 71 points.
Oh
Good
yeah,
thing for
definitely. But he needs to start taking points out of Taki now. Is what I'm saying. He needs to.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
is the first, especially after the retirement in Imola with the very early on in that race and Taki getting a podium. He needs to start turning the tables on the championship leader, and he looks like he's going to get an opportunity to do just that.
That is true. I mean, at least Taki will breathe a little easily, considering he's gained points on his main rival Nicolas, because Nicolas retired earlier with an engine failure after not too long after his teammate Humbert Moimutier had a incident that ended up having his car split in two. Of course, we'll find out after race what his condition is like. But yeah, Taki retires, but at least he gains points on Nicolas. So, I guess
Nicolas, I think, still has the fastest lap, so it'll probably just come out to a bit of a wash between the two drivers. They'll probably walk away from here with the same points difference that they had entering, more or less.
Yeah. So, with all of this, here's Kicker lapping Malsyz for the second time this race. Yeah,
To see if Gauthier has any chance of really catching Emma Kicker for the second place, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Two laps around this track is quite a big margin between the W12s and the I can't remember what the front-running engines are called. Are the I3s? Yeah, the I3s.
The young ones are I4s. But the front runners are I3s.
No,
yeah, I3 turbos.
Yeah, I3. So, well, two laps the difference between third and fourth, pretty much. But of course, the I3s also have.
Actually, it's more like a single lap between Gauthier and Malsyz. Not even a full lap because of the issues, but of the electrical issues she had earlier in the race.
Oh, Gautier's only 5 seconds behind Kickard, who had just passed Malsyz for a second time. So.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of that. Well, I don't think she's really got the pace. Although she did take out 3 tenths. I think that's mostly because she's was trying to get around Malsyz.
So, of course, once again, Kickard is on the podium but not winning. So, let's see if the, as some could say, the curse continues. Ninth pole of the year and still no wins. Emma no wins, probably. We reach 15 laps to go at the Jurby Airfield circuit in Isle of Man. Here's Ben Fleet.
Still, I think this podium finish should at least get Emma Kicker back on terms with the likes of Nicolas and Malsyz and try and give her a shot to get back in the championship fight at least.
Ooh. Spicy moment.
Yeah.
Here.
I think she's just trying to do everything she can to make sure that Gauthier doesn't catch her for that second place, but they're pretty evenly matched over that last lap, and with about 12 laps to go now, I don't really think it's on as such. Not really any on-track battles to speak of at the moment. Everybody's fairly spaced out.
Yeah, we kind of lost the battles in all those retirements.
Oh no, I was wrong. Malsyz is 2 laps behind Gautier and Kicker.
Yeah, it's just that on the interval because it doesn't actually show the lap.
Yeah,
Like,
it just shows like the...
Yeah,
the
2 laps and 3 tenths. Watson has been given an order from the team, just stay calm, bring it home. 26 seconds is the gap between him and Kickert.
And it looks like if he does just bring it home, it'll be his 2nd win of the season, joining Taki Home and Philippe Nicolas as the 2-time winners so far this season.
Those will also be the... No, actually, Dagnall also won, of course.
But Dagnall didn't win twice. Oop. Ooh, Martin McFry there getting a little bit crossed up there as I think Malsyz tried to lap him and...
Of course, Bradley Dagnall, who is notably last place of all the full-time drivers this season with a win.
I mean, he's been out. He got banned from a race, so he hasn't been in every race, but like yeah. Also, he got a 50-point penalty, which erased all the points he got from his win, and that was his only finish so far this season.
Oh, 9 laps to go. So about 5 minutes of racing still waits us. Sammy Gautier.
Yeah, getting through all that lap traffic actually wound up costing her about a second and change over Kickert, so any hope she had of taking 2nd are pretty much done.
Well, while it's not going to get them above Simpson, at least Racing Point should be able to move up ahead of Holiday into 2nd place in the Teams Championship. Well, maybe Foxtail will be around there as well, considering both cars are still going.
Yeah, Foxtail's looking at a good haul here. McFry all the way up in 7th place, having a great race. He's only 10 seconds behind K1.
Yeah, I think he's holding off Alberto Cara in the Yonglong as well, so after a couple bad races, I think this will be a good roll of points for the Chinese team.
Yeah, although Fu Wen's engine had other ideas, unfortunately, a little earlier in this race.
Yeah, suddenly it's no longer ironclad reliability. Like instead of most of the DNFs have been on Wen's car, not Cara's car, mercifully. As it's for position, like this Fleet or McFry that was.
That's Ben Fleet. No, he's just got lapped by Alberto Cara. It's not been a great race by Ben Fleet. Although to be fair, he did lose his rear wing on the first lap, so that accounts for a lot of the.
Actually, is Cara going to pass McFry?
No. Cara got passed by McFry several laps ago.
Like Fleet was, I think Fleet was holding him up.
Pulling away by.
Well, no, because Cara is still behind McFry.
Yeah, no, he got overtaken by McFry several laps ago. Again, McFry's been pulling away by quite a margin over the last few laps. So.
Well, Izzy is now 2.5.
Yeah. Oh no, that's because McFry's rear wing has been taken off by Final Watson. Oh, that is absolute. Oh no.
Well, the coincidental Well, I think both commentators.
Oh, and that's caused a
suspension
suspension failure for Final Watson! Oh my goodness!
No!
Oh no!
Is Kicker going to win?
This is going to hand the race win to Emma Kickert!
Or is it?
As long as that Ford holds on, or the jet start.
Well, now that I think of it, maybe did Watson get damaged from that incident with McFry?
Yes, he must have broken the suspension by getting into the back of McFry, and that has ruined his chances of winning. And that's going to mean that for the first time this season, a pole sitter will win, because Emma Kickert has qualified on pole for all 9 races so far, and she's on course to finally win one of them.
Oh, finally, Tanya,
don't jinx it yet. We got 3 laps to go. Especially since I don't see home. Home was already out of the race, so hopefully the same problems aren't in the.
Oh, someone
that's Nathaniel Cameron with a transmission failure. So that's
like
going to elevate. So all of this is going to put Kicker in the lead. Gauthier is second, and inheriting a podium finish here. It looks like it will be Vincent Malsyz for the first time since his debut in Monaco last year. Kaelon will be elevated up to 4th. Alberto Cara for Yongwang looks to be getting a 5th place finish here. Diego Vars Torrente, after a very luckless race, looks like he'll be inheriting 6th. Oh, it's all changing right at the death here at the British Grand Prix.
Non-Omen, the Dutch woman wants to see. Seeing the cars dropping like flies in the closing laps.
Just 2 more laps, though, before she can claim that 3rd win. First, of course, since the Southern US Grand Prix in that fantastic duel she had with Martin McFly.
Wow,
and her 2nd race win, in fact, at the British Grand Prix, because her first win came at this event last year when it was held at Brands Hatch.
Well, it's not the first heartbreak of the season for March 16. If I remember correctly, didn't Final Watson had a late DNF at Karama? I think he also was
comes
running
around to
a good
start the
place.
final lap, but it will be a pretty short lap, so. Yeah, a pretty harrowing race to inaugurate this race, but looks like driver who's probably waited all season for this moment.
Yeah, it's definitely
pull after pull. Pull after.
Oh no! That's not
Malsyz out of the race. That puts Kaelon in 3rd place.
Oh no!
My God! Everyone's jinxing each other.
Unfortunately only cost him 1 or 2 positions, since I don't think he was. Since I don't think many people
it's
were
cost
on the
him a podium. I don't think he's going to be too happy with that.
But. In any event, this means that Kaelon will get his first podium since winning at the German Grand Prix, but winning the race for winning the British Grand Prix, it's gonna be Emma Kickert. Finally, 9 consecutive poles, 1 win. And
ironically,
winless streak of pole positions.
Ironically, had Malsyz just gone like 15 seconds further, he would have actually taken the podium. But he parked it at the last chicane, so...
Strongest performance yet for Yongwang, with Kara taking home 4th after that late retirement by McFry. A lot of heartbreak
so
for
there
a lot
goes
of teams.
Kara for 4th, Torrente inherits 5th, and Vincent Malsyz will have to make do with 6th.
Yeah, race to forget for Foxdale and Checkmate. This could have been their finishes.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Foxdale, it's not their fault. I've seen well, actually, no, Malsyz had the engine fail on him, of course, but it's a career win for Emma Kicker, and a long time in the waiting it has been. Amy Gauthier with her second place finish of the season. Looking to finally get her a championship off on the right foot. Kalon will take his first podium since, of course, that memorable win at the Nürburgring last year. Alberto Cara with a great 4th place finish for Yangwang. That will definitely be pleasing the team bosses. Diego Alvarez Torrente had a bit of a race to forget, but with various issues that he's had, but he managed to bring it home in 5th. Malsyz, of course, will be absolutely kicking that Bentley engine for giving it, for failing on him when just like one more lap would have secured a podium finish for him.
Yeah.
Naoki Shinjo.
One more sector actually.
Yeah. Naoki Shinjo, Martin McFry, Ben Aurora Summers, and Ben Fleet, the top 10. Final Watson looked like it was going to be his race, and then he crashed right into the back of Martin McFry and just threw the race away like that. That's going to be a tough one to take for March 16.
I believe Carmen's last of the finishers, I believe. Cameron was out completely.
Yeah, Cameron's transmission failed in the closing laps. He might have actually taken a podium.
Also, real blow for Adriatica. Both cars failed to finish. That's not going to help them in their fight for the constructors.
Yeah, that's a real tough blow for Adriatica. Takuma Taki had an opportunity to really stamp his authority on this championship, but that late puncture means that Nicolas, Malsyz, and Emma Kickert will be still there or thereabouts in the frame for the championship fight, hoping that this will be the start of a trend of ill luck for him. Hopefully that's not the case, because Taki's been driving excellently this season and deserves a shot at the championship, in my view. Bradley Dagnall and Marco Jantra though for Euromotor. This was a fantastic drive for Jantra. He really deserved to win this race, and it's such a shame that the engine for him let it go.
Yeah, this simple course is quite a car breaker, it seems. So we are hoping that Moyd Moutier, after his collision, is doing all right after that pretty horrific crash.
Yeah. As for the fastest lap, that does stay with Philippe Nicolas, who was he probably would have won this race going away if it wasn't for that engine dying very early on. To be fair, nobody had an answer for him pace-wise. Edvard Holm and Emma Kickert picking up the points for
top
second,
three.
Third fastest lap, and interestingly, Amy Gauthier with a quicker fastest lap than her teammate. So she's finally starting to get her feet under her in the new brave new world of ARWS.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe this will shake up the championship a bit across the board. I think the only team that isn't really still in contention, I would say, is the Euromotor.
Euromotor and Mecha, I would say. I think Mecha's having just too many reliability woes to be in the fight for any sort of championship. I mean, Shinjo maybe for the drivers' championship, but I think McFry and Kahara have got him beat in that regard for the more reliable motors anyway.
Yeah, it's like can't get that second car across the finish line for some reason. Like Zidane's has the brunt of it, but they were having problems with this last season too.
In any event, we'll see you next time at the Sanair Super Speedway in Canada. This will be the Canadian Grand Prix, part of a double header with that and the Rivière Noire Grand Prix, similar to the double header we had at Loudon just a couple weekends ago. So we'll see you there.
See you at Quebec.